Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and you're watching Monotech. In this video, we will be creating our first AI agent workflow together using n8n. I hope you have already installed Docker and n8n from my last video. In case you haven't, do check out that first and then come back to this later. So without further ado, let's get started. To set up this, we would need Docker, n8n, ngrok for making our localhost live, and eventually we'll go ahead with the nodes of the workflow in the n8n workflow canvas. Now to start the workflow, I think we should have a checklist. So let's go started with it. First of all, we have already installed Docker, which is done. After that, we set up n8n, which is also done. Now the third part is that we need to expose our localhost on the internet. For this, we will need to install ngrok as a tool on our terminal. To do this, let's go to Docker first. Here's a Docker container and all the list of our Docker container which are live. You can see here terminal. Click here, and now in the terminal, you need to write brew install ngrok. As of now, I'm using Mac OS. That is why I'm using brew. In case you are not using Mac, maybe you are using Windows. In that case, you can also download the ngrok image from the Windows App Store. So now you can see ngrok has started downloading. It will take some time to get downloaded, and after that we'll go ahead with the setup. In this case, you can see ngrok is successfully updated. Uh, because I already have this ngrok installed on my system, that is why it got updated. But in case you don't have ngrok, it will be installed on your localhost machine. After this, what you need to do is now you can see ngrok is downloaded in our terminal. But before activating this ngrok on the terminal, we would need auth token. So what we need to do is we need to open Google Chrome and type ngrok here and click on the first link. After this, you need to sign up. I'm already signed up. That's why I'm just logging in myself. Once you sign in, you can see your account has been created. On the left hand side, you can see setup and install. So click here, and after that, you can see the tag called your auth token. Click on that, and now you can see your auth token is here. You need to copy this auth token. I'm just copying this auth token. Now I'm going back to my Docker, and now I need to write ngrok config add hyphen auth token, and then after that I need to paste the auth token which I have just copied. So now this auth token has been saved in the file. You would not be able to use this auth token because now I have created it for demo purposes. I'll delete this later after this video. So make sure that you sign up for ngrok and create your own auth token. And now this auth token has been created. Now, since you can see on port 5678, so now first of all, we need to expose this port for the Docker container. So ngrok http 5678. Now guys, we can see that our local host is already live on this domain. Click on this address, copy, and now with that domain here and press enter. My n8n is now loaded. I just have to log in. And now you can see my n8n is now opened, and now it has been forwarded to this https address. So though it is my local host itself, But now what ngrok is doing, it has exposed my localhost to the internet, and now this is publicly available. I can access this localhost from my mobile phone, maybe tablet, or maybe from any other device. So that's how the third part is now done. Coming back to n8n, let's try to check if the domain is properly whitelisted and hosted on the localhost. For this, you need to click on this plus icon here, click on workflow. This is how the canvas of n8n looks like. We will also discuss what this canvas is all about. But first of all, you need to click on this plus icon again and search for webhook. After clicking on webhook, this pop-up should open. Now you can see in the get request, I'm getting the old ngrok free app as a webhook, which means the link or the URL which we created just now from the Docker is not recognized by the n8n. So in case you have already installed n8n and after that you have set up the localhost exposure on ngrok, in that case n8n will not recognize your old domain. Logically, in my case, I was using ngrok before this session also. That's why this was the domain which was selected. Otherwise, you would get localhost colon // 5678 as the port number in the get request. So we need to fix this first. For this, what we need to do is we need to again go to our Docker and click on this plus where this ngrok is already running. So now we would have to click on plus so that one more terminal window should open. Click here and now you need to write docker rm n8n hyphen docker. So docker is the syntax here. Rm is to remove a container. So we need to remove this container on which n8n docker is working, and in this container n8nio image is being added. So first of all we need to remove this container. So I just wrote down docker rm, name of the container, whatever it is, you need to write it down. So enter. So it says that it is running, that's why it is not able to delete. So first of all I need to stop this container. I just stopped it by pressing this button. Now again I'm entering the same command, docker rm n8n docker, enter. In the response I get the same n8n docker which is my container name also, which confirms that this container is now deleted. Now you can see that container is not available. Now we need to start the container again with the same image so that our data is intact and with the same volume. But we need to change the URL from localhost to the URL which is being recognized and created by ngrok. So I should write docker run space -d space / space name n8n docker space / space -p space 5678, which was our port number, colon 5678. space slash minus v n8n data colon slash home slash node slash dot n8n space slash space minus e. I would not say minus, it is a hyphen e. Then n8n underscore host, keep it on caps lock, equal to the same URL which we have created using ngrok. I just copied that. Now space slash space hyphen e space n8n underscore port all caps equal to 5678 space forward slash space hyphen e space n8n underscore protocol equal to https space slash space hyphen e webhook underscore url equal to same URL which we just copied here forward slash space backslash space n8nio slash n8n. In this command, what we are doing is we are telling Docker to run, and what is to be run? It is to, D is for detach. So I am telling Docker to run a detached container with the name n8n docker. I'm using the same name which we just deleted on hyphen p, which is on port, which is 5678. Then I'm saying hyphen v, which is the volume. It is the same volume which we created while installing n8n on our Docker, which is n8n data, and the path to that volume, which is slash home slash node slash dot n8n. After that, hyphen e is the environment variable. So I'm telling that n8n host should be this URL what we have just created, and the host of this URL should be this port. Protocol of this environment of n8n should be HTTPS, where S stands for the secure connection. And then I'm also telling Docker to use webhook URL in the environment as the same URL which is being copied. And in the last, I am saying this is the image which we have to use. Now press enter. Now again, you need to check the URL of the webhook so that we know that after ngrok setup, even our Docker is recognizing the URL which is being created by ngrok. So for that, click plus here, click on workflow. Now the canvas is loaded. Click on the plus icon, which is add first step. Search for webhook. Now you can see The URL which we created on ngrok is now appended on the webhook URL of the Docker in your localhost, which means now your localhost is live on this domain, and we would be able to use any API or webhook call using this URL which is available on your localhost. So now it is confirmed that our localhost setup is done, n8n is set up, Docker is set up, and now ngrok is also set up. Now we can go ahead and start the workflow. You don't have to do this all the time, but what happens in ngrok gives only one tunnel at one time. So in case your laptop gets restarted or you close the tunnel, in that case you need to again hit on ngrok http port number 5678 or xyz, whatever it is. So again you would get a new URL, and like this you need to remove the container and append that URL which is created by ngrok to the ngrok instance. And after that you need to append that ngrok URL to the n8n instance so that your n8n can register the URL which is being created by ngrok. Now we are good to go to start our Canvas workflow. I hope this video is clear to you. See you back in the next session. Thank you for watching.